To jump in there and you get the itch for a while.
Detroit Lakes ranks high on the list for best beaches, but some say the water quality is not award-winning. Thank you for joining us tonight. The lakes are the place to be this weekend, and Detroit Lakes is already swimming with people.
There's a lot of talk about growth in that area, but there's also a lot of talk about what's growing in the water.
So if you're heading to the lakes this weekend, Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson shows us what the quality of the lake is like right now.
The water is nice and it's nice to swim in.
A lot of people don't think twice before jumping right in.
Do you want to watch me go swimming with that camera?
Frankie Boytscher wasn't shy about showing us her swimming skills. She comes to Detroit Lakes most weekends with her grandma. Have you ever got swimmer's itch before?
My brother did.
Never did.
Okay. And what was that like?
It was horrible. He was covered in hives all over the place, and we had to give him, the doctor said, an oatmeal bath.
Everybody does not get the swimmers in.
Quality bait and tackle owner John Storr hasn't swam in 40 years.
Fathead. What'd you call me?
He hates swimmer's itch, but says you won't have to worry about it this weekend. It hasn't been hot enough, long enough for that.
When the water warms up, that's when you get that algae.
It takes more than one hot weekend for blue algae to grow. Storr says maybe in a month it's going to be a problem.
Perfect beach, you know, and it's just the quality of the water when you get the end of July and the beginning of August.
4th of July, a lot of stuff gets thrown in the lake, but it's a pretty clean lake. I mean, you're going to get something no matter where you go. It just depends on the type of people that are in it.
So if you're like Frankie and want to jump right in,
Probably the best it's going to be compared to what it will be 4th of July. So if you want to swim, swim now.
in Detroit Lakes, Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Storr says there's a major weed problem along the shore for homeowners, but says that's a problem they have every year.
Authorities are planning to issue a nationwide arrest warrant for a man who's tied to a child porn investigation in Fargo. Hundreds of sexually explicit images of children have been discovered on a number of Royce Warner's electronic devices. Warner was contacted by Fargo detectives 2 years ago. Court documents say Warner allowed police to search his computers, tablet, cell phone, and hard drive. BCI agents found over 600 images of 8 to 10-year-old girl on one computer and 5 videos spread across Warner's devices. But earlier this year, any charges were declined and the case closed. Well, an assistant Cass County State's attorney tells us prosecutors needed more information from the BCI. They needed to prove that Warner knew what he had, knew what he was doing, and that it was wrong. He now could be facing several felony counts of possessing child porn.
A Grand Forks man is being charged with attempted murder for an assault on a Pembina County deputy. Police say this man, 26-year-old Clifford Monteith, is facing multiple charges after an incident early Sunday morning on Highway 18 in Netchie, North Dakota. An officer pulled over Monteith, and that's when he attacked the officer. Deputy Brad Bowman shot Monteith 3 times during that incident. Monteith is still at the hospital in Grand Forks being watched by authorities. Deputy Bowman was treated at the hospital and has been released.
It's Friday, time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Fargo police say Richard Staples is wanted for a probation violation and a felony count of possession of a controlled substance. You're asked to call local law enforcement if you have any information on Staples' whereabouts.
We now know the names of the 3 people killed in a plane crash in McIntosh County yesterday. The pilot was 20-year-old Colby Fandrich of Wishick, North Dakota. The passengers, 38-year-old Christine Fandrich and 10-year-old Aaron Nordstrom, both from Bismarck. The crash happened in May Lake, just half a mile away from the Wishick Municipal Airport. The cause of the crash is still under investigation.
Frightening moments this afternoon for some airline passengers at Dallas's Love Field. Shots fired near the airport's baggage claim area. Police say that the incident started as a domestic disturbance when the man threw rocks at a woman's vehicle outside the baggage claim. They say when officers tried to intervene, the man lunged at them, and that's when one of the officers opened fire, striking the man 4 times. The man was taken to the hospital. His condition remains unknown.
Today, a court of appeals ruled that the right to bear arms does not protect concealed weapons.
Today's ruling also means general self-defense may not qualify you to get a gun. Valley News Team's Natalie Parsons explains what this ruling means for North Dakota.
sitting in my class.
Craig Rowe has been a conceal and carry instructor for 5 years and sees a trend in those he teaches interested in learning to shoot for protection and self-defense reasons.
I think you see that a lot more in Fargo now than you have in the years past. There's been just more crime, the city's growing, and the criminal element comes with it.
The Carry for Defense instructor believes it's implied that the Second Amendment would include concealed weapons. He says that with more places in North Dakota allowing for them, only about 20% of people with permits actually do carry.
If you want to start carrying a gun, that's just fine as far as I'm concerned, but do it slowly and learn how to do it.
Not all states follow the same loaded and unloaded concealed firearm guidelines, so Rowe is not concerned with the ruling affecting North Dakota in the future.
A lot of people have guns. They've always had guns. It's a hunting state. It's a right to carry gun state.
In Fargo, Natalie Parsons, Valley News Live.
This ruling could be headed to the U.S. Supreme Court, where it could be ruled unconstitutional.
Last night, we told you about a 9-year-old boy having a lemonade stand to adopt a baby sister. That story is getting a lot of attention, and people have asked us how they can help. If you are unable to stop by their house on Broadway downtown near Sanford, there is another way to donate. The family has a GoFundMe page under the mom, Emily Martin. You can also order a custom-made birdhouse there. We have that information on our website, valleynewslive.com.
Congratulations to the newest members of Moorhead's police department. Joshua Munson and Lucas Schwartzrock were surrounded by other Moorhead officers, family, and friends as they took their oath of office today, promising to serve the Moorhead community to the best of their ability. Both officers start their field training on Monday.
The Reconstruction project on the south side of Main Avenue in West Fargo continues to move to the east. This afternoon, contractors started swapping intersection closures so they can begin underground utility work. This means for the next 2 weeks, the south side intersection access from Main Avenue looks like this: 11th Street Southwest, 8th Street Southwest, and 6th Street Southwest are back open. 9th Street Southwest, however, is temporarily closed. To get a closer look at the map and for more details on the project, head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
The Minnesota Pollution Control Agency has issued an air quality advisory for Detroit Lakes and other areas south down past the Twin Cities. It means that the air could reach unhealthy levels for sensitive groups, including children, the elderly, and those who suffer from illnesses like asthma. People are urged to avoid doing strenuous work outside, don't burn wood, and avoid using your car as much as possible to not add extra air pollutants.
As Julie Shellac waters the flowers at Frattallone's Ace Hardware in Columbia Heights, Minnesota, a friend is keeping her company nearby. Take a look at this. A mother duck is nesting 5 eggs inside the garden center tent. She's been there for 2.5 weeks. The people at the store say it's common for a mother duck to lay her eggs on the property, but never before inside the garden center.
She's usually here most of the day, the morning, and then I think around 5 o'clock evening, she leaves and comes back right before we close the tent up at 9 o'clock.
To keep the duck comfortable, signs are posted asking customers to give her space.